chicken move. Stunning formation coming into the arena here, Potter. We've not seen moves like this since throwing it back to those mages. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. But we are getting ready for map 3. And shout out to DreamHack for making these ridiculous things. They make me happy.
I like those graphics. Every time I see it on the screen, it throws me off a little bit. But yeah, you know, now we're going into Mirage here, Lauren. Just to give a little bit more context, we actually saw Giants playing Mirage on the first day yesterday, and they actually lost. That was Skade's pick going into their series, and they lost pretty handedly. They did not look good on their T side of things. Their CT side, they had the right pieces. Angie, she was popping off with that AWP, but there was a lot of questionable moments going over to their T side. So moving on to Mirage here, I'm looking for Giants to kind of be a little bit refresh, a different look for Giants on this Mirage.
I think that's a fair assessment, and what I'm mostly seeing is that Timo looks adorable behind you. It's very distracting. Poor guy's just trying to have a nap, dude.
Should I move my camera for Twitch chat? They've been asking for Doggo.
Look at that.
He's passed out.
Look at the giant feet, dude.
Timo. he knows when I'm on this PC. It might be a few hours before he gets no attention, but he actually he came and did that elbow freaking movement, and I spilled hot coffee all over me. Oh no. Now he's moving over here. You think? Oh god, it's happening. Here he comes. He knows.
Dude, this is the best. This is the content we're here for. You're welcome, Twitch chat. You are most welcome, dude. Look at that adorable dog. All right, Timo can take a nap because we're getting ready for Mirage. He can get comfy on that delightfully gigantic bed of his. And Mirage, well, it was the decider map between these two, but we have seen such a different look to Arcane Wave, but how deep can it go now? That's the thing. Do they have more to bring to the forefront here? T-side will be the Giants, CT side will be Arcane Wave, and it looks like a bit of a stack for the CTs towards A here, Potter.
Yeah, definitely. Poland, she's in a pretty good position here. Just depending on when that connector hit may or may not come will really determine the target selection. But Jenny, what a great pickoff for her in Poland. That's it. That's the perfect play for her. Try to gain that map control, control that A side. And, you know, actually, we saw these smokes already coming out on day one. Angie, she's almost getting a kill for herself.
Almost. So close. Yet now look at this problem. Instantly off the back of that success of getting through towards window room, round the back, they've managed to get themselves at least a plant. It's something to work with. It is still a 3v4, so the favor does stand with the CTs on this retake for now. If they got a quick pick, it could all be back together. The flash in doesn't work out so well. Jenny's going to capitalize on the second try of things, and Leia is there towards Pollen, but Jolka still stands, and now it's just on Leia. A 1v2. Bomb is down, but both sides being pressured now. Madzik's getting so close, and Leia's chances are being dwindled away at as the defuse should come through. Arcane Wave pick up round 1.
Oh my, this is deja vu, Lauren, deja vu. We saw Giants busting out this double smoke window room to B wrap yesterday, and they made it look so good. This time around, it was a lot more sloppy because it was kind of a distraction, a fake, if you will, just because, you know, they've done this before. But once again, they make a round look almost good, but not quite good enough. Arcane Wave, they take away the pistol to start off this Mirage.
Okay. It's probably good for them to get that first on the board. Just mentally, just get you feeling a bit better. Even though, you know, loss in the second map was pretty hard fought for. I mean, no team was truly in a slouch there, but just to shake off that feeling from map 1 is going to feel pretty good. Just coming back in and a full piece towards A for now. We've got every smoke, everything being thrown forward, and Pollen still stands. Let in, though, towards ramp. The trade comes out for 80, so down to the rifles now on the CT side to kind of pick up the pieces. The bomb is loose, still going to be picked up soon. And Angie on patrol, still large and in charge, keeping control of this one as Leia goes down. The last two going to struggle for some success here. That rifle is going to be taken away. Nice work from Angie.
Really nice work. And man, this round, you saw Giants just fully investing a lot of MAC-10s across the board. That rifle as well. But Arcane Wave, they were so ready for it. You know, generally coming into the second round, you want to be a little bit further back, use those rifles, that long range to your advantage. But because in these second rounds, so many teams just fully buy and invest, especially when you get that bomb plant, that's a nice response from Arcane Wave to just really counter that sort of a play. Paul's kind of waterfall here coming out towards A. A lot of pressure under Poland's shoulders. And she handles it pretty well. That's 2 kills for her. Even a third piece possibly coming out. Good responses from all of her teammates as well. You know, Giants, they get away with 2 kills, which is really good for them. But either way, a good response from Arcane Wave.
Yeah, this is what you'd want to be seeing for the Arcade Wave fans out there. They can definitely feel a little bit better after this. A stable first 3. Close, but nothing too worrying. But a good purchase now for the Giants. Time to see what they can actually bring in these gun rounds. The AWP is out though for Angie. And that's a factor I'd love to see come into play here. And it might just do that considering this mid-piece. Oh, the smoke's just not in time. A little too early for Leia. And oh, dearie me. The aggression to boot. This is rough to watch.
Arcane Wave coming out strong. And Julka, I mean, D7, she's got a good idea that she's pushed forward, but she's playing it so well, not giving her any sort of a duel that she wants. Angie, nice little jiggle peek. Get that info, and of course, that op shot to follow through. D7, 1 versus 4. Yeah, okay, that's nice. Start things off. She's probably going to jump onto this top stairs, find even more frags for herself. She's got to go now, though.
Nice attempt, but Madzik's not going to fall for it, not going to fall short. Recovers the AWP and Arcane Wave. Keep that core 3 standing. Keep that economy pretty well situated too. Spread the wealth, keep the AWP back in the hands of Angie, and that mid-piece. Just unfortunate timing on this moment. Madzik capitalizing so quickly though.
Yeah, definitely that first kill. That's a gift. That's a good gift for her. But a nice clean headshot as well to capitalize. Oh, and this one way. Angie lets the first target go by. She wants the second one, but that timing is not in her favor. Doesn't matter. Giants are just down to the pistols, running through Molotovs. Arcane Wave, this is a perfect response. Perfect response coming into this round.
5-0, it's a quick one too. I mean, that was a blender around just the absolute slaughterhouse of Ladderum, but...
Yeah, it's been really dominant.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's as much as some of these rounds here, there were moments where you got a little bit, nervous of how it would unpan or unfold. 5-0 is a pretty good score, though, to start with. It's got you feeling good, and again, mid-pressure being toyed with from the T's, but a heavier lean towards B and quite a bit of pace to it. Maybe going to utilize a bit of underpass. That flash doesn't quite force anyone away, but Madzix was being pretty patient. No matter which way they decide to go, D7 receives a lick of damage, but not too much to write home about.
Yeah, and here we are. A lot of utility coming this window way. Angie gets pushed off of that angle. It does seem like Giants, they want this mid control. We've seen a lot of clever plays coming out with the smoke and utility, and you see that here as well. Jenny, she's got a deeper smoke, more towards that left side, to give her a lot more vision. Julka definitely has a good idea that the potential of an enemy being here is high, and she does punish Jenny R for it.
Okay, Olivka, let's see what you're up to. Just trying to spam on the flash. Yeah, a little bit. Just a touch. Couldn't quite see what was coming through. Madzik's now very isolated, feeling alone. Does have support, though, over towards the kitchen side of things. Able to get one before going down, but Angie's straight in there. Zero fear, and maybe should have had a bit of caution, as it is a 3v2. The plant's not just come in, but now it does go down. Two of these players are quite low, Ada and Leia. 80, not too bad off, but Julka and Pollen looking to capitalize on this as quick as possible. Ada going to sit up close, hope to maybe catch Julka. Not going to happen, though. Too aware, too smart, too on point. Nice timing from Leia, though, and now the 1v1. Pollen's down low, as is Leia, and it's going to be just a couple of HP points between, but that bomb is ticking favorably. So Pollen's got to get a move on here. Not too much time to be played with, and Leia readjusting super well. And the first one on the board for the Giants.
And perfect timing for the Giants to be able to take that round away. Man, with just one player surviving, though, they're working with scraps moving forward into this one. And as far as Arcane Wave side of things go, I mean, they've got so much money. So a good round win for them. This is going to be the crucial time to be able to string some rounds together, kind of put Arcane Wave's economy in check. moving forward into this first half, and you see once again this mid aggression just bulldozing their way. But I do think that Leia probably heard that. The noise cues may have come through, and this A executed. It's happening right now.
All in, just on the verge of that smoke, could have found so much more. But all goes right for the Giants. There's a 5v3, smoke's still up. The plant's not come in just yet, but it should be okay to go down. No one really in a position to deny it. The Molotov not quite in the position they'd want, but it has actually hindered the plant, but not just to the detriment yet. We'll see. Unable to get towards the stairs. Jenny going back in on this. Joker seems to have a good idea this could be happening. Not happy with it either. Goes in for the fight, and now this is a problem. Is the Joker left? But there's a chance. And now it's become a pretty big one. Let's look at the HP of Leia. Down to 4 HP. A nade would have done it, but I don't have it. Joker doesn't see the readjustment towards triple. Joker going to be working back in, maybe unawares. Oh my word, it's getting so close. How is Leia alive? The smoke goes in, and Joker desperate to make this one count. Leia trying to get above the smoke, avoid the spray, find the angle, find the pick, and it's Joker to get it in the end. And 4 kills gathered. You can't ask for much more.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I guess you could ask her for the ace there, Lauren, but that's probably asking for a little too much. Maybe a little too much. But man, Joker, she makes this round, she makes it look good. This was definitely all the advantages in Giants' favor, but I think the key thing is, Lauren, you pointed it out, that bomb, it got stuck from the Molotov. They weren't able to plant. Then she got stuck towards that closet. You saw the Giants trying to boost each other, trying to come up with some formula to cross, and from there, Juka, she just capitalized. This is a fast B hit coming through. No one's blind. Madzix, 2 easy kills for her, and this kind of stops that entire B rush. Things are just going to get even more difficult at this point. That's a big pick off for Leia, and a second one for Ada as well.
I mean, the problem is, though, by this point, that start was just so, I don't know, underwhelming for the T's in that round. Just kind of getting destroyed by Molly's nades, everything else, and then just, as you said, no flash towards Madzix. Happy to receive that without any sort of, vision impairment. No worries. That's a comfy one. You love that at B. You don't get it often, but you love to see it. 7-1, Potter. This scoreline suddenly kind of spiraled out of control here.
Yeah, it is spiraling, and it's spiraling in a really odd manner. That B rush, that's kind of, I feel like it's kind of a desperation call coming out for Giants, and I just don't think they're in a position to feel like they have to be desperate and making plays like that. As I mentioned before, the round prior, they were in a 4 versus 2 advantage. They could have absolutely won that round, and even the mid control that they're getting opportunities. They're just not converting these rounds. So I do think that Giants should probably stick to their game plan moving forward, because these rounds, these opportunities, they're coming their way. So you want to keep increasing those as these rounds go by. That's some nice flash damage onto Angie, applying that pressure, and Leia's crosshair is so close.
Ooh, there we go. A live cup, gonna find Leia. And a freebie to start with. It's not what you want to be seeing for the Giants. They're struggling to make this one count, and it's just not working. It's just not working. D7 trying to find success towards that B side, and again, everything just seeming to land correctly for Arcane Wave, and the pressure the Giants are trying to put down, it's just not working out. So for now, stuck kind of in no man's land. The T side trying to maybe peel back towards B, maybe feeling that's their best approach, giving maybe Jenny a little bit of play towards middle here, but there's no step anywhere. Yes, the utility is light for the CTs, but there's still 5 of them standing. Make it 4 now as Jenny finds an avenue of approach towards short, but the rap's coming in. Everything's been noted. Everything's known. Madzix knows what's coming her way now. The flash down. Beautifully done. And buying time. That smoke. All of this is just allowing more and more room for Pollen to make that move. Angie. That looked on to me, but apparently not. Jenny gonna find some more room. Here we go. Jenny, the individual, somehow tears through the CT side. They looked so unaware. They looked so unready for what Jenny was bringing. And now Pollen's position was great when there was other players standing. Now, I'm not so sold.
Yeah, now all of a sudden that huge flank and her head was definitely spotted there. Ada, fully awares. Oh man, yeah, that round, I mean, that was almost that chokehold coming out for Arcane Wave. You mentioned it, that flank from Poland, it was supposed to look a lot better than it did, but this right here, that op shot from Angie, it looked on her. You're right, Lauren. I thought that she probably deserved that kill, but after that miss, it just, that snowball, that domino effect, man, it happened.
Is and shout out to the NA people in chat staying up because they want to see these games. Diane, not sure who she is, but she seems pretty dedicated right now. Up and awake still. Maybe 5 or 6 coffees in. Someone I know. For now though, CT side, the purchase is dreary. It's far from ideal. And a shotgun for Poland. How do you like a shotgun or two?
I do, actually. I
Really?
stuck with the Nova. I don't actually like when players pick out the Nova unless they're really confident. Especially because Poland bought that half armor behind it as well. I think she could have just probably bought something else. But let's see. I'm hoping kind of also to be jinxing it right now, and then she just gets a 3-piece with that Nova.
We'll see what Jenny can do. Right now, it doesn't look so good. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
you know, maybe if you're in a cheeky little spot, but I'm not feeling it. The faith in the Nova is dwindling. Okay, hey,
wait.
No. How did 80 die?
Oh. Wait, no, that was I think we had a bug for a second. That threw me off as well. But we're back.
We're back.
We're back, and Arcane Wave's back. They find themselves 2 kills themselves, and this positioning from Juka, she gets a flashbang from her teammate. It doesn't matter though, Leia, she finds herself a kill, and they are able to recover somewhat. That Nova being recycled back and forth. Oh!
Maybe. One day we'll see a Nova kill. Maybe.
Wait. That kid almost made things happen. Wait, what's going on?
Wait.
I'm so confused.
Wait. Hold on. So there was a UI, there was a spec bug at the start of this, bear in mind. So I don't know what the hell just, how? Can we just watch that whole round back, please? Because I'm a little confused.
I guess we had a player drop. I hear typing as well.
That sounded like a timeout, so. Yeah, match pause. Here we go. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they lost a player as they were literally hitting the site, and I'm a little curious as to what happened there. Obviously, it kind of sucks, but yeah, interesting to see what happens. Let me see if there's any updates from the admins here. Okay, so the play's just DC'd is all we know so far. Hopefully it comes back. But yeah, I see chat is as baffled as I am as to what the hell just happened. Thankfully, it's not just me. I mean, the thing is, like, I haven't casted CS in a while, so I was like, you know, I'm a little slow.
Listen, Lauren, I casted CS last week, and I was also very confused. So I don't think this scenario, we can't blame you. I'd love to blame you, but we can't blame you here.
You're way nicer to me when we're actually on a show. I think that's something that's really standing out to me right now. Normally, Potter is horrifically toxic. I'm pretty sure that's why she obviously got kicked from CLG, all these other teams. I mean, very unfortunate, obviously very talented, but the attitude is just atrocious. But no, I said, hopefully they get the player back. The one problem with online games is it's online. You know what I mean? It's you know, I'm surprised my internet hasn't been shakier. But hopefully everything's good. If we get any more updates from the admins, we'll let you guys know. But 8-2, let's kind of touch base with this scoreline. It's pretty one-sided so far, and I feel like the Giants we've had moments where they've looked like they could do well, but it doesn't feel like they're able to close out these rounds at all. You know, a couple of moments of success here and there don't equate to having the round in the bag. So What are we looking for as maybe a good indicator or a win condition for the Giants in these remaining rounds?
Oof, you know, Honestly, I do think that the Giants are in an okay position still in this matchup. They've had a lot of opportunities to be able to convert rounds. Now, granted, they haven't yet, but I would say potentially moving forward, maybe just polish things up. You know, there was even a round where I saw D7 in that upper B tunnel. Really, honestly, a lazy duel, a lazy flashbang, and a lazy peek. And in turn, she gets punished for that. So I think Vodafone Giants, they need to refocus up, come into this gun round strong, and focus on those traits. Focus on your strengths, your win conditions. Angie, she's just popping shots off through that smoke in middle with that AWP. We're back in it. It's live. And straight off the gate, Giants, they've got this mid control.
They certainly do. Let's see what they do with it. First time they've been able to garner this without losing a player, but I love CT side aggression anyway. You lose mid control, you try and push the extremities. The one problem is Ada is there over towards ramp, so hopefully they don't ignore the fact that that could be a possibility. But for now, I like this. Pollen's getting great deals of information, but the timing. Oh, the timing, Ada! How do you feel this out? I'm not sure if a step was made or something, but maybe feeling that could have been a possibility. This is a brilliant win there for the Giants. Just being able to claim that one kill is huge.
Yeah, that's really huge for the Giants to have this advantage coming into this round. Now, once again, Giants, they haven't been able to convert these types of scenarios. This time around, it looks like Angie, she's going to be under a lot of pressure as soon as that smoke dissipates. But she's repositioning. And this is still okay. There it is. There's a quick pick off for her. And she's actually going to make her way into CT spawn. Oh, but Jenny, she's in prime position.
Nicely done. Excuse me? Oh, I don't know if my brain's just a little delayed there, but it doesn't matter. A 3v2. Leia and 80 trying to play this one as best they can. And these angles, they could work. I mean, 80's position's a little dirty, isn't it? It finds Mad 6. But by now, the teammate, the support system that was there, Leia's gone. They're all on 80 now. Oh, one for one. What are these fights? 80's nuts. Sheer confidence, power. Come on, 80, let's do it. Let's just get this one. Get in there. Don't lose that. You don't.
That was close. That was close. 80 made things that. Wait, she won.
She did it. She's not.
Lord, we need a pause. There's just way too many things happening back and forth, back and forth. But 80, fully calculated. She knew she was going to win that round.
Okay, look, here's the real situation, guys, at home. Potter has been drinking coffee by the pint. All right, she's a little loopy. I am on a full NA schedule, right? Like, it's quarantine, yeah? I've been going to bed at like 10 a.m., maybe 12 on a good day. I've been playing Minecraft. This is the state of my life. I'm just giving you context, because it's a pistol round with a bit of a gun. However, that happening means I have to take this a little bit more seriously. That's a gun recovered and a big bit of damage done. I'll come back to the state of my life and affairs in just a moment's time. Jorka, however, dives in on the metal. How is this happening? How is this happening, Potter?
Oh, no. Giants, they're letting another round slip out of their hands. This was a round where Arcane Wave certainly shouldn't have such a dominant round win in, especially considering they only have deagles. But, man, Leia, she's asking the same question, Lauren. She's asking the same question.
Don't we all? So back to the state of my affairs. Again, just so you know, my brain is like a tiny little raisin. It rattles around in my head sometimes. So you're going to have to just, little bit of niceness about it. For Leia, however, what the hell did you do with this round? You know what I mean? Like, this... You're just stuck, aren't you? This is when, TeamSpeak Discord's just quiet. Everyone's just sat there feeling like weird. The vibe is weird. No one wants to say anything, and it's just awkward. That was meant to be the fourth. That was meant to be that nice little window coming into that second half, and now you're just sat in Discord really awkwardly, not talking to each other. Angie's going to close it down, and then someone's going to sigh on TeamSpeak, and that's about it. Maybe make a little kind of underhand comment. Hopefully no one's as toxic as I am, but under 3K for the T side, their money is going to be pretty stuck. And honestly, some of these shots were great, but I feel some of these opportunities were kind of a gift.
Yeah, definitely a gift. And this might be coming back around to potentially, well, we'll see. Moving forward, this P250s, they're just rushing into A, and actually that's a huge pickup on Angie. Julka's going to be under a lot of pressure. Giants, they need to peek her perfectly, and they do. This is it. P250s, this is what Giants needed. Get loose and kind of just brute force your way into the site. I do wish that 80 waited for her teammate. You saw her there, and Jenny right close to her in CT spawn. Now, Arcane Wave, okay, well, Olivka's blind.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. It's a 2v2. Jenny's about to... He's about to ace this dude. I don't know what's going on here. Time's being bought, and it's down to Mad6. Does have a kit, though, so... she did her. 8 HP. I'm pretty sure she's got the defuse,
water
but...
gun. It's that water gun, Lauren.
If that was an AK...
These are scrappy rounds coming into this. Now, granted, these P250s never should have been in a scenario like this. For sure, Arcane Wave needed to be in a better scenario, or crossfire rather, to hold off those pistols. But Vodafone Giants, once they were in that position, they were certainly should have been able to convert that one. But that's kind of been the storyline all half long, where Giants, they seem to be in an advantage, and then they just are not able to bring it over the finish line. So Angie, once again, she's got that mid sight, and that's a huge pickoff just for free with that op. And Arcane Wave once again coming into this round with a man up.
Okay. Utility galore. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for some other... I don't know to happen. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say dumb shit, but I think craziness is probably the better version of it all. Again, Pollen, these flanks, dude. They've been pretty
She's been flanking a lot. She's been finding the holes and slipping past everything. This is gonna be huge. That's a free bomb down. She's going for more.
That was... but Jenny, dude. Jenny, here it comes. Here it comes. Here was that, the great flank. The bomb's down. And then Jenny just goes, nah. Straight up looking like it's going to be this kind of B-lane. It is read by the CTs, though. Angie is posted up on this. They do have Mad6 as well, watching that drop out, so Angie can take a second, kind of play the crossfire off well. Pretty sure they've seen more than enough information here. Repeaking back it. Double dinked up. Just still alive and kicking. Mad6 being fed there. Nicely played out by Arcane Wave in the end, even when the pressure was mounting. And yeah, 11-3. This scoreline, it's been a wacky game, but it's not been beautiful.
Definitely a wacky game.
I don't know the last time I said the word wacky. Like,
wacky?
Yeah, it's just not a word that, I don't know.
I do say wonky a lot.
Wonky. The way you said wonky.
Wonky. Why did you have to put such a southern flair to that word, Lauren?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Olivka, a freebie for her here. Potentially a multi-kill. She certainly does a lot of damage, but that's definitely the trade that Giants needed. But Mad6... Okay, these trades, they're finally coming out on top for the Giants side. And this plant... Okay, well... As I say that, 80 gets taken out through the smoke, and D7 finds herself all alone in a 1 versus 2 post-plant scenario. And although this is definitely possible, definitely doable, D7, she's so low. One little small bullet could take her out. Oh, but this positioning. She's pushing forward. She's playing this to perfection.
This is it. This is the money. Right. Top 3 is the scoreline on the half here, and there's been some weird and wonderful things. Good to see that Potter is still cursed as ever. Don't worry, Harry will be around later, so more of that joke can be made. But as said, this has been a one-sided affair so far. Map 3, of course, hasn't wrapped up just yet, so do stay tuned, guys. We'll be back just after this break.
wasting time? 'Cause I'm already gone. So long, can you stay the night? 'Cause you're the thing I want. I know you're feeling different when you're stressed out, but even with no makeup you still stand out. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do now. Like you do now. The way that you move your body, you make it look like a hobby. Every time that you touch me, it's electricity. Things we discovered underneath last night's covers. Everything came so easy. It's electricity. Electricity. Whoa. It's electricity. Electricity. It's electricity. When it's late at night, I feel you on my skin. My skin. You're all that's on my mind. It's finally sinking in. You're it. I know you're feeling different when you're stressed out, but even with no makeup you still stand out. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do now. Like you do now. The way that you move your body, you make it look like a hobby. Every time that you touch me, it's electricity. Things we discovered underneath last night's covers. Everything came so easy. It's electricity. Electricity. Oh, it's electricity. Electricity. It's electricity. The way that you move your body, you make it look like a hobby. Every time that you touch me, it's electricity. Things we discovered underneath last night's covers. Everything came so easy. It's electricity. Electricity. It's electricity. You move your body. We will stand our ground.
I just realized that they show people in Twitch chat on that break. Their names come on the screen. That's great. I need more attention in my life. 12-3 though, scoreline wise. Potter here. It's got to start now, right, for the Vodafone Giants?
Definitely has to start now. And it does seem like this is looking like some sort of a mid-split. Potentially up connector. That deep jungle smoke. Leia's gonna push right past it. She's gotta get this first kill clean. She doesn't. And repossession, she's getting shot from Palace as well. So many different angles. But this is an A stack coming up for Giants. A lot of members towards this position. Jenny might be able to make some magic happen. There's the first. There's the second. Ooh. And a third.
Little nice
D7.
there. Jenny. What's up, Jenny? Here we go.
That's
Okay.
the round that Giants needed, absolutely, to get themselves back into this. And those are feel-good headshots for Jenny as well. Let's be honest. You just got thrashed 12-3 in the first half, coming out into the first round of this second half. This is absolutely what Jenny needed. A feel-good round for herself. Beautiful shots, good repositioning, and good discipline for her to stay near that firebox and capitalize. So all of a sudden, Giants find themselves with a lot of good weaponry. Jenny, she wants more, man. She wants to take the duels, use that rifle, but...
Why is this happening so often? Potter, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. Just make it stop. Make it all make sense again. Make my small, tiny raisin brain understand what's going on here. Because right now, what I'm seeing is 3 people remain for Arcane Wave with pistols up against D7 with a rifle, and they're going to get a plant.
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal. You can see the idea behind Giants. They wanted to maintain that mid control, but those flashbangs, the coordination, it was all discombobulated. And certainly, if you can't get that first kill clean, it just, that snowball effect, we always talk about that domino effect. It came through. D7 now, she feels like she needs to go for this retake, but 3 versus 1, post plant, time ticking. It's almost an impossible scenario without some crazy flicky headshots. So once again, Giants, they're on the back foot, but by an even larger margin coming into the second half. They're broke. I'm sure that they're just going to force buy back into this round. And they've got to pull a rabbit out of the hat here, Lauren. They've got to make some magic happen.
Ay. All right, 13-4. It is down to kind of magic time, isn't it? It's Petra just yelling, "Get in my yogurt." It's really off-putting. Goddamn.
Stop reading Twitch chat,
I
Lauren.
can't help
what
it.
are you
Petra's
doing?
there, dude. Petra's there. It's very exciting. All right.
I'm actually impressed that you can cast and read Twitch chat. That's kind of I'm not that advanced yet. I'm not at that level.
I know casters who can literally play games while casting, and that's very disrespectful. I merely steal memes. So for now, it's very different. For now, the CT side at least has the advantage. It seems like, so here's what I've deduced from my 2-head takes on this. If you have the pistols up against a rifle, you win.
Okay.
That's it. That's about all I've got so far. I'll be working on this thesis throughout. If more comes from it, of course, I'll let you guys know.
I'm going to write this formula down so I don't forget that one.
Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind.
Okay. Got it.
Again, we'll see if it continues to hold strong here, as Leia's going to be taking a little look towards middle, but Livka's got a bit of a better view, so maybe it's all being disproven. Okay, my theory's out the window. I can only apologize for the misinformation being garnered, but Jenny does still have a deagle, and we know that Jenny can be pretty deadly with this thing. All jokes aside, she's actually nuts with it. This time, they're just not coming through. The headies aren't landing, and 80's locked out of this. This should be 14 for Arcane Wave.
At least 80 is able to escape away with that AK. Certainly should hopefully be able to provide some sort of a defense in the next round. But man, at this point, Arcane Wave, they're taking confidence duels. You even saw Livka there. As soon as she gets that window pick, she just goes for more and more. Things are looking even more dangerous for Giants coming out. I mean, they're going to still be broke into next round. They fully invested into this one.
Oof. It is a little late in the day, though, isn't it? At this point, 14-4. 14-4. Knife crime. I'm from London. I mean, it shouldn't surprise me. We get to watch this back. How's that? You know, it's hard to see those shots and then not get a little excited by the prospect of more to come through, as we have genuinely seen a great deal of these kind of topsy-turvy rounds, where a lot of the damage does come from those lighter investments, obviously to the detriment of the normal ebb and flow of things. But now we do see the T side fully purchased up, and the CTs, well, it ain't pretty, but it's what they're going for. It's Deagles, it's a rifle for D7, and Jenny's already down. That would have been your big player that you wanted here, but D7's still finding a bit of work. A little desperation on the site now. All the spray coming in. Oh, what a flash! What a flash from 80! Maybe there's a chance, but it's so slim.
And there was even a second follow-up flash as well. Definitely a valiant effort for D7 to capitalize, and they've actually held off this A. They pushed and bullied Arcane Wave out of there. Arcane Wave, they're still okay with this, though. It's a 3 versus 3. They're just going to reposition. And you can see on the minimap there, Giants, they're responding in suit. Already 2 players making their way all the way to the B bomb site. Oh, this is going to be such a tense moment for Giants. This defense has to come through. That's some nice damage to open up, but her position has been given away, and Madzix finds the first, finds the second, and that's already the B bomb site just given away. 80's got this AK, and she's got to attempt this retake. You just, at this point, you have to, but with no kit in a 1 versus 3, yeah, goodbye. Olivka just seals the deal. 15-4 for Arcane Wave.
Really nice moment there. Again, I do want to highlight some things like that. That little kind of flash and play off the back with D7 was pretty nice, actually. But again, you know, it did make the fully bought up team, of course, have to kind of change their plans. It did work in the first aspect, but, you know, once you do have that full kit of utility, the weapon you want, everything working your way, of course you're going to be in a better position to potentially close it out as well. But 15-4, this is going to be match point. We got to the map 3, and it looked like the Vodafone Giants here, they were going back and forth. That first map was great, but here we go. A punchy start to things, and Olivka just straight up Batman's out the window, straight on towards Ada, and well, there is someone lost in the smoke. 80 gets found in the end by Jolka, as Layup watching on as the team is just being picked apart, but 2 players playing back in from short. They need some help, and well, Leia's there to provide it.
Olivka, man, she's just not stopping. 2 versus 2, though, and Olivka still firing away from that bench position. D7 gets taken out, and Olivka, she's already spotted Jenny R. She knows that wide swing just seals the deal.
Well, Arcane Wave, what a good pickup in the end. I think, honestly, I underestimated what they could bring into today's games, and they've definitely shown me how damn good they can be. Yesterday, let's ignore it. Let's move past it. Today, they look like a different squad, playing together, playing well off the back of it. So again, credit to them for just proving, I think, what a lot of us kind of expected coming into today's games. I think from, you know, map 1, we definitely went, okay, that's a different look. And it continued throughout this series, Potter.
Yeah, definitely so. And I think a even brighter spot for Arcane Wave moving forward is that it wasn't just the Julka and Olivka show. It was a team effort, and even Angie with the AWP, she had a huge presence throughout this entire series. So I think that just absolutely bodes well as a unit for this squad moving forward, because it's not just going to be 2 heavy hitters that they always have to depend on.
You're absolutely spot on, and one really exciting prospect isn't the fact that I get maybe a 10-minute break in a second, but the fact that Sapphire and Veerless do have to try and break down the real deep analytics of that game. So I can't wait to see what their main takeaways from this one are, because honestly, some of it was pure chaos, but also a great deal of brilliance. So super exciting to watch, and we'll be able to hear what they have to say after this break.
You wanna do it like this, right? But you can't do it this good like me. Can't walk that walk like me. Can't talk that talk like me. Can't look this good like me. Like me, like me, like 200 miles an hour. Watch me, girl, passion. Engine roaring louder. Screaming, girl, power. Shades on in the dark, I'm a big shot, ayy. Blowing up, wait till I pop, ayy. Turn my heat down, yeah, I think not, ayy. Might get too cold from what I got. Like this, how you cannot. High heels to turn it up a notch. Red lip when I sing la 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 la. I look this good round the clock. Imitate you can't, but you can watch. I'm killing them. It's time to call the cops. Sing this part when the music drops. If you look this good round the clock. Oh, you trying hard, but you can't quite. They can make it look this good like me. You wanna do it like this, right? But you can't do it this good like me. Can't walk that walk like me. Can't talk that talk like me. Can't look this good like me. Like me, like me, like me. Can't look this good like me. This good like me. Like me. Like me. Like me. Like me, like me, like me. Yeah, getting it bigger. Focus on 7 figures. Like boom, pull my trigger. While I shine like glitter. Ayy, do my little dance by the basement. Ayy, while I take a cruise in my drop top. Ayy, see my pretty face and they shot. Ayy, cause I got looking good on lock. Ayy, like this how you cannot. High heels to turn it up a notch. Red lip when I sing la 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 la. I look this good round the clock. Imitate you can't, but you can watch. I'm killing them. It's time to call the cops. Sing this part when the music drops. If you look this good round the clock. Oh, you trying hard, but you can't quite. They can make it look this good like me. You wanna do it like this, right? But you can't do it this good like me. Can't walk that walk like me. Can't talk that talk like me. Can't look this good like me. Like me, like me, like me. Can't look this good like me. This good like me. Like me. Like me. Like me. Like me, like me, like me. up. Put your hands in the sky so I can see them. Ladies, put your hands in the sky, raise them up. Put your hands together, put your hands together, put your hands together. We will stand our ground.
Hello, welcome back to the DreamHack Showdown Summer 2020. And how to sum up that game, it's nigh on impossible, but let's just say Arcane wave baited Giants into playing their game, and they played it better. Venus, was this a case of brute force versus brains?
It was absolutely not, to say the least. It was like, you know, the thing we are expecting to happen is just not going the way. And eventually, you know, all the firepower, sometimes that's all you need in order to take the W.
Sapphire, how different was this to the Arcane Wave squad we saw yesterday?
I mean, it was a complete 180. Yesterday, they were timid. They weren't using utility. They weren't adapting. Complete change today. Props to them for studying their opponent. We thought Giants would be the ones that come out here with a better game plan, but as definitely Arcane that had the right plan going into this.
Phyllis, what did you make of Arcane's approach to map control?
They did a pretty good job. I have to say, I was very impressed with their whole thing they did on CT. On T, it was just very collected, and they kind of switched up between fast pace and more well execute. But on CT as well, they rushed a bunch of times, and they tend to go for this like high risk, high reward type play. And as we see, you know, the high risk was certainly there. We were questioning if they were going to pay off, but they certainly did.
What did you think about the Inferno CT side though? Because it felt like at the start, maybe they could have won that map, but then on the CT side, they just seemed to give it away.
Yeah, the first half of the CT side was starting off pretty good. We had that second mid push at all of the sudden on CT side, and we were like all baffled with how that was working. But kind of then we saw the opponent just rising up, and I think they weren't expecting so much like force back, and it was, I think they kind of had trouble. You know, they were feeling confident, but you know, they could suddenly see it creeping so close, and the heat was definitely there under their feet.
Sapphire, something we've talked about with Giants a few times is the abundance of ideas, the potential we're seeing there. Talk to me about why those ecos are able to work out for them so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think that speaks to their game plan and their strategy. I mean, ecos are something you think about as a team. You plan for that situation. You know, we saw some, even on Nuke, there were some really fun pop flashes, some that, you know, I watch a lot of CS and some that I've never seen it before. So I thought that was great creativity. They were smart with some of those ecos. But when it comes down to the gun rounds, that's where they actually struggled.
Do we think that maybe Giants just went a bit too wild on Mirage? There was anti-eco. It was the second round. It was the round after the second pistol. And they just grabbed rifles and then they rushed up mid against pistols. That to me seems a bit atypical, Sapphire.
Yeah, that's almost that they were playing it as if they were supposed to lose the previous round. They were doing one of their eco strats as more of an anti-eco. I don't know if the plan there was, you know, they were just getting wrecked over and over again, so they wanted to try a confidence play. But you know, they were so far behind at that point. I guess it was a gamble, but certainly didn't pay off and put them even further behind.
And once again, Veerless, we see, we're being interrupted, and I'm actually happy to be interrupted because we've got Julka on the line from our victors, Arcane Wave. Congratulations, Julka. That match was crazy. Have you recovered yet? How are you feeling?
Hello. I can agree that those maps were very crazy. I mean, this comeback on Nuke was pretty intensive for us, and we were a little bit stressed after a few rounds on T side, but we exactly knew what the girls will do on the city side. We try to calm down, play slowly on T side, and we managed to win it.
Talk to me about your game plan. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Joker, but I really want to hear about how you prepared.
How we prepared? I mean, last few weeks were pretty hard for us because every day we played for many hours. We practically didn't go out with friends. We just play CS.
And what changed from yesterday to today? Yesterday you seemed a little more quiet, and today there was a great game plan coming into it.
I know. Yesterday, honestly, I don't know what was wrong with us. After those matches, we were talking on TS a long time. And today we just, I don't know, we came with a fresh mind, we came motivated, and we knew that we need to show that we are ready for European scene.
So I want to go back a little bit towards Nuke, because that one eventually went to overtime, and I'm just interested to see what was going on inside you guys' head, because it felt so Hattie was going both ways, and you guys were about to steal, and eventually you guys did. You stole their guys' map pick. How were the comms like?
Angie is in-game leader, and she has a lot of ideas, but she wanted to play really fast. I mean, I watched Vodafone yesterday, and I know they rush many positions, so we need to calm down, play slowly, wait for some positions that they rush, and fasten our game. So I know that Nuke is our good map, so we feel confident.
Well, you could be facing off against Death Fox again should they beat Scarred in our next best of 3. How are you going to get the better of them this time should that match occur?
After watching yesterday's matches, because we watched the replay of our 2 maps, we knew that we can do a lot better, and we knew that we can win. But I don't know what was wrong. We are pretty confident about incoming match, so don't worry.
Oh, I'm not worried at all. In fact, I'm very, very excited, Joker. Thank you so much for talking to us. Congratulations on saving your place in the tournament, and we'll see you playing later on today.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Now, while Joker goes and celebrates with her teammates, we are going to take a short break, because coming up very, very soon is Death Fox versus Skade as we say goodbye to another team.